It's time for the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, online at quiver.com.
And good evening and welcome to Silex High School for an EMO matchup tonight between the Owls and the Clopton Hawks. We're in the final 19.2 seconds of the junior varsity game. A game Clopton was up near 20 points, and Silex has come all the way back to take a 1-point lead at 46-45. So Clopton with the ball. That shot goes over everything, out of bounds, back to Silex with 5.5 seconds on the clock, and it looks like the junior varsity Owls are going to pull off a big upset here, barring a steal in the last 5.5 seconds. And they were way down in this one. They get the ball in. And a foul with 2.3 seconds to go. Neither team has any timeouts remaining. Clopton took their last about 12 seconds or more ago. Silex took their final timeout with well over a minute remaining. But they've still managed to not only tie, but go ahead 46-45. Varsity action coming up in about 15 minutes or so here from the Owl's Nest at Silex High School. The first one's no good, so it remains a 1-point lead. Silex in the double bonus. Again, junior varsity action at the last 10-12 seconds here for you before we get into the pregame for the varsity ball game. And the second shot is no good. Clopton the rebound. Down to one. They shoot, but well short. And Silex comes from way down to beat Clopton by a point. 46-45 the final. And we'll come back and start our pregame activities after this on the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
Many of us look for ways to save energy, but be smart, don't take safety shortcuts. Quiver River Electric Cooperative reminds you to use electricity safely and take it seriously. Never touch a downed power line. Always stay at least 10 feet away. Outdoors, look up for power lines and call 811 before you dig. Indoors, keep appliances away from water. Don't overload circuits or use damaged cords. A safety message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those we serve.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, online at quiver.com.
And welcome back to Silex High School. Mark Froelich here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth, getting ready for the Silex Owls and the Clopton Hawks here as both these teams come in kind of a rebuild this season. The Owls come into this ball game with a 4-16 record and are in the midst of a 4-game winless streak. Most recently, they actually played very well at Wright City in their last game. Put up 72 points, but fell in that one 79-72 as that Wright City 3-ball was the difference in that one. Clopton coming off a loss at Montgomery County, 67-52 on the first, and that snapped a 3-game winning streak for the Hawks, dating back to the semifinals of the Bowling Green tournament. So I think both of these teams have made strides. It's just Silex not particularly big, not particularly fast, and Clopton a whole new system this year and trying to find that buy-in and find what works for first-year coach here at Clopton, Tony Francis. And speaking of Tony, making his first trip to Silex to coach against the Owls tonight, since he had so much success here with the ladies program so many years ago. He said it's not the first time he's coached here, but coached against the Owls. Yes, he brought his college team in here for an exhibition scrimmage many years ago. So he has coached in this building, but not against the Silex Owls. This is the first time that he's done that here in the 2018-19 season. So good to see Tony Francis back here roaming the sidelines for the Clopton Hawks. Even the Silex folks are happy to see Tony back here tonight, and he's meeting with Coach Hankey just below us. We're back at our normal perch. We tried out the other side, the front row, for a couple of years, and I think it's good to be back here up behind the scorers table to bring you more of a wide view. Plus, the refs won't get in our way so much here from this position, our classic broadcast position at Silex High School. When we come back, we're going to see another video from the Misha coordinator of basketball officials, Don Maurer, to try and better understand the calls that are being made more this year, and hopefully educate fans, players, and us alike as to what goes into certain foul calls and how to avoid them if you're a player. We'll take a look at that video when we come back on the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame.
This is Kim Gam, RN, Certified Diabetes Educator and Coordinator of the Pike County Diabetes Counseling Program. Diabetes self-management education is designed to help you understand the disease and learn to manage it. Our nationally recognized program provides quality education and covers all aspects of diabetes management, from basic to advanced skills. For more information, contact the Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice at 573-324-2111.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
B&B Automotive, home of the $25 oil change up to 5 quarts of oil, is an ASE certified inspection station and offers complete automotive service at a very reasonable rate. Family owned and operated, B&B features low tire prices with many brands to choose from. Stop by or call B&B Automotive in Bowling Green, 573-470-8170.
B&B Automotive, 812 West Main in Bowling Green.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we gotta bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Schucard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
And welcome back to Silex, getting ready for the Owls and the Clopton Hawks. And this season we've noticed a renewed emphasis on basic foul calls and violations. After conversations with our coaches and state officials, the Missouri State High School Activities Association has shared a series of videos from Don Maurer, the MISHA coordinator of basketball officials, to educate players, coaches, officials, and fans of what actions constitute a call and how players can legally perform a play. TribCast is sharing these clips to better understand the calls ourselves that are being made and hopefully lessen argument with calls and create a cleaner game. In this video, Don focuses on hand checking. Oh, we've talked about that, haven't we? A point of emphasis this season across the country and in our state. Don also explains the correct application of the rule related to the ball handler carrying the ball. And here is our second video from Don Maurer.
In the first clip, as the defender in white closes on the ball handler in red, the defender places two hands on the ball handler. The official correctly rules a foul on the defender in white for placing those two hands on the ball handler. Clip number 2 is from the same game. This time the defender in red closes on the ball handler. As in the previous play, the defender places both hands on the ball handler. Again, the official correctly rules a foul on the defender for placing two hands on the ball handler. The third clip shows number 11 in the white jersey reaching out with his left hand, making illegal contact with the ball handler as the ball handler drives to his left. In doing so, the defender is using his hand to illegally restrict and impede the movement of the offensive player. This is another good call by the official. However, I believe the whistle could have come sooner at the initial time of the illegal contact instead of after two dribbles are made. And note that the clock is stopped with an open hand when it should be with a closed fist to signal a foul. Clip number 4 has, as the ball handler number 4 in white drives to the basket, the defender number 14 in green places again the left hand on the hip of the ball handler. The official correctly rules a foul on number 14. While the whistle on this play is blown while number 4 white is in the act of shooting, the foul actually occurred while number 4 was dribbling the ball. Therefore, the official should signal no shot and award the ball out of bounds closest to the spot of the foul. The game of basketball is meant to be a game of finesse. In order to achieve this, it is imperative that defenders move their feet and not use their hands to restrict, impede, or displace the freedom of movement of the ball handler. In the 4 previous clips, the defenders did not move their feet to remain in legal guarding position, thus resulting in fouls being called in each situation. The final clip goes to the offensive side and illustrates a ball handler carrying the ball. Number 23 in the white jersey receives the inbounds pass and begins dribbling the ball as he moves toward the three-point arc to initiate an offensive move. As he hesitates, his hand is on the bottom of the basketball. When he decides to drive to his right, the official correctly calls a violation of carrying the ball. For when the ball handler hesitated and placed his hand beneath the ball, the dribble was complete. Turning his hand over and continuing with the dribble resulted in the correct ruling of a violation by the official.
Well, thank you, Don, and definitely some. What I'm gathering from this is it's okay to run next to an offensive player, maybe even put that body in a little bit, but when you make them change course with your physicality, that's when the calls are going to come, and just putting two hands on anybody is going to create a foul call as well. So move your feet. As long as you're moving your feet and in the correct position, you're not going to get those calls blown on you throughout the game. So we'll have one more in that series and more as they become available. We'll be back here Wednesday night as both the Silex Owls and Lady Owls host Crossroads. So we'll play another video in the pregame for that one. Again, the JV game went to Silex 46-45. Silex coming from way behind to grab the victory in that ball game in the final minute. So maybe varsity Hawks looking for a little revenge. Silex wants to keep up that upset mentality here in the second game tonight. We'll take a quick break, come back with your starting lineups after this on TribCast.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. In Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com.
Are you still looking for a bank that knows you by name, offers convenient hours, and hometown service? Look no further than Community State Bank of Missouri. Hello, this is Deb Olson. Our pleasant staff is here to welcome you and service all of your banking needs. Stop by our office in Bowling Green or Troy and experience the banking difference. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
And it's time for tonight's Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. Check out all their services at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, caring for our communities. First for the 7-13 Clopton Hawks, they're coached by Tony Francis. They'll start a 6'2 sophomore, number 15, Daniel Harvey. 6'2 junior, number 22, Sean Yates gets a start tonight. A 6'2 junior, number 35, Malik McPike. And a sophomore at 6'3, number 44, Zach Evans. Rounding out the starting five is the 6'5 junior, number 53, Kenan Watts. So again, it's Harvey, Yates, McPike, Evans, and Watts, the starters for the Hawks. For the Silex Owls, they're coached by Aaron Hankey and sport a 4-16 record. They'll start a senior guard, number 11, Hank Kinsey. Another junior, number 22, Trey Mudd, gets the start. Junior, number 23, Brian Hankey in the starting five, as well as junior, number 31, Tommy Grody. Rounding out the starting five, a senior at number 33, Charles Turbyville. So again, it's Kinsey, Mudd, Hankey, Grody, and Turbyville, the starters for the Silex Owls. And those are your Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. Check out more at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, caring for our communities. We've got basketball coming up from Silex next. It's the Owls and the Clopton Hawks, and it's right here on the peoplestribune.com.
This is TribCast, celebrating 10 years of champions. High school basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Sidney Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, by La Crosse Lumber Company, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Community State Bank, by Young Enterprises Incorporated, the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, B&B Automotive, Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling, Cellular and Satellite Center, by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Bitt Beach Funeral Homes LLC and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana, by County Markets of Vandalia in Louisiana, Cole Chiropractic Center, Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Lumber Company, by Lynn's Heritage House, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and by Pike County Title Company. Now, coverage of high school basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper, celebrating 10 years of high school sports. This is TribCast.
Very nice job with the national anthem here tonight. Ahead of our game between the Silex Owls and the Clopton Hawks here from Silex High School. Getting ready for introductions on the floor. We'll take a quick break, come back with your La Crosse Lumber Company opening tip after this on TribCast.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
Mid-America Auto and Towing, complete automotive service, new and used tires with wholesale pricing. Mid-America Auto and Towing has a great line of used cars and trucks available with financing options for everyone. Buy here and pay here on select models at Mid-America Auto and Towing. Now at 15877 Highway 54 in Bowling Green across from the fairgrounds. Mid-America Auto and Towing. Time for your opening tip, brought to you by LaCrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. LaCrosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. Owls in their home whites, Clopton in their road blacks, trimmed in white and red. And a two-man officiating crew for this ball game. Mr. Robinson comes in from the far side to throw up the ball to start this contest. Our LaCrosse Lumber Company opening tip between Justin Havlick and Charles Turbyville, and it's one back to Silex. Brian Hankey picks it up. He'll set the offense. No, he'll go right to the hoop and get that one to go. Brian Hankey with the first 2 points of this ball game. Evans with it for the Hawks. Into the near corner for Malik McPike. Skips it back up top for Sean Yates. The near side, Evans thought about three. Puts it to the near corner. And back up top and around to Yates in the far side. Havlick to the near side for Evans. Evans. Back up top for McPike. Malik to Yates to Evans. Still doesn't want that three. McPike does. He rims it out, and the rebound pulled down for the Owls by Trey Mudd. And it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Owls. Moving right to left here in the first half. Clopton left to right. Mudd to inbound. Gets it to the far side for Hank Kinsey. Turbyville. Back up top for Tommy Grody, and he'll pull back. Grody, the edge of the center circle. Comes to the near side. Here's Hank Kinsey back up top. Through Brian Hankey to the far side. To Tommy Grody. To Turbyville. Turbyville for three. That one rims out on him. And McPike high for the rebound for the Hawks. Here's Malik into the front court. Yates back up and around. Here's Daniel Harvey. I think I was calling him Havlick. Had the wrong side for a minute. It's a small gym. I've got limited space. The shot won't count. The foul is on Daniel Havlick. And the foul goes against Hank Kinsey. Here's McPike to the near side, back, up top. Corralled by Yates near the line. Has Harvey on the far point. Instead, it'll go to Zach Evans. Harvey with it. Back up top and around to the far side for McPike. McPike has it again. Cut off from the hoop, but he'll shoot some free throws. And it looks like Kinsey's going to pick up his second. Back-to-back fouls on Hank, the senior guard for the Owls. Early going, just over 2 minutes gone, and the first shot is no good for Malik McPike. And Hank will have to come out after picking up his second personal. Malik toes that line again and gets this one to go. Gets Clopton on the board with a free throw. Grody with it in the backcourt. Gets it to Brian Hankey. To Turbyville. All the way across to Justin Havlick. Lob pass up for Trey Mudd. Back to Turbyville. Up top, here's Hankey for three. No. And the rebound pulled down by Evans. Up to Yates across the line. Sean looking to drive. Kicks it back out to Harvey. Back to Sean Yates. Near side. Here's Evans for three. That one's offline. And the rebound out of bounds. McPike thought maybe he had gotten it off of Turbyville, but he was already out of bounds when he made the swipe. 5:26 to play in the first. Here from Silex High School. Here's Grody with it in the backcourt. Gives it to Brian Hankey. Brian with it again. Across the line for Silex. All the way across to Turbyville. He gets it down low to Trey Mudd. Back to Charles. And out top again through Tommy Grody to Brian Hankey. Hankey on the move. Kicks it down low to Trey Mudd. Far side, here's Turbyville for three. It's long. Up in the air. Almost got it to fall in. And the rebound pulled down by McPike. He's got trouble in the corner and knocks it out of bounds. Good work by Charles Turbyville there to first force the turnover. 4:50 to go. We played just over 3 minutes here in this first quarter. All the way up top to Tommy Grody. Grody to Turbyville. Reverse layup, stripped, and out of bounds. It'll stay with Silex. A good job that time on the double team by both Yates and Evans to not commit the foul. Mudd gets it in to Hankey on the near side. Brian back up top to Tommy Grody. Ooh, tripped, and now he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. I think it's going to be Kenan Watts that picks up the personal. It is his first. And the team's first. Stops the clock with 4:27 to play, and Tommy Grody to the line to shoot a pair. First shot, long. Off the back iron and rims out. So both teams missed their first free throw. We'll see if Tommy can match McPike and get one of two. Second shot is good. Back to a 2-point lead for the Silex Owls. Harvey across the line to Evans. Back to the near point for Daniel. To Evans again, over to the far side on the wing for McPike. He goes back up top to Evans. Now for Harvey. Lob pass for Watts. Back to Evans. Thinks about driving the baseline, gives it back to Malik. McPike drives and a foul as he comes through the lane. The foul goes on Trey Mudd, his first, team's third. We just passed the midway point of the first quarter. Mike 1 of 2 from the line. Landon Harlan getting ready to check in, and he misses the first. Scott Creech also comes in. Mudd and Havlick both check out. Daniel Harvey checks out on the Clopton side. He's replaced by Dalton Struce. Mason Street ready to check in at the next whistle. Here's Turbyville, gets it to Tommy Grody. Grody across the line. Gives up the dribble, now gives the ball to Brian Hankey. Brian crosses over back to the near side. And a reach-in foul called on McPike. His first, Hawks second. 3:40 to go. Up top, here's Tommy Grody. Crossover. Cut off from the baseline. Now a foul going to be whistled on Dalton Struce. His first, team's third. Back into the ball game, Justin Havlick. Mason Street did come in. Bryan inbounds to Grody. Crossover near side. Now for Creech. He'll put up a three. It rims out. Rebound tipped up in the air. Away from Landon Harlan, and a good save by Yates up to McPike. Now for Struce to the far side for Evans. For Yates. Yates from the high blocks puts that one up and in to tie the game. His first 2 points tonight. Big collision. No foul called. And McPike throws it out of bounds. I think they were saying that Bryan was already out of control going up the other way when he ran into the Clopton player, so that's why there was no foul. Here's Grody. Timeout taken by Coach Aaron Hankey and the Silex Owls with 2:44 to go in the first. This game tied at 3 from Silex High School on TribCast.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. With an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at PCMH, and I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. Working with Clopton, Bowling Green, and Louisiana schools, we strive to prevent, diagnose, and treat a wide variety of injuries, ranging from sprains and fractures to heat stroke and concussions. In addition to sports coverage, we offer impact testing for head injuries as well as athletic enhancement for those athletes looking to get a step ahead of the competition. Rest assured, we're at work while your athletes are at play.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your Exmark professional turf care equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
2:44 to play in the first quarter. Not much scoring in this one. We're tied at 3. Neither of them have sunk a 3-ball either. They work it in the middle. Turnaround shot. Harlan off the glass and good. Landon Harlan with his first 2 points of the night. Make it 5-3. There's Dalton Struce. Back to Sean Yates. Yates gets it to Evans on the baseline, and 3 seconds in the lane called on Mason Street. Turnover gives it back to Silex with 2:15 to go in the first quarter. And a travel called on Justin Havlick, the junior. Had trouble collecting that pass and took a couple of steps. So Yates inbounds to Evans right below us here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Now Zach gets it to Sean. Yates drives, gets it across the lane to Street. No, but a foul will send Mason Street to the line. Violation whistled against Justin Havlick, his first foul of the night. So Mason goes to the line. Clopton just one of their first 4 from the strike. And the first shot is no good. Turbyville and Mudd back in the ball game. They'll replace Harlan and Creech. One more shot coming for Mason Street. Mason got that one to sneak over to make it a 1-point game. Brian Hankey to Tommy Grody. And there's the blocking foul. It's going to go against Struce, his second. And they'll line up right underneath us here. Hankey triggers the play to Turbyville. And Tommy Grody across the line. 1-point game, final minute 43 of the first quarter. Over to the far side. Here's Grody dealing with Harvey. Lob pass, and it's intercepted by Zach Evans on the baseline. Runs out the backside. He's still got the ball. Kicks it back up to Daniel Harvey. All the way across to Yates. Yates three. A little bit long. McPike's putback is good. Clopton ahead by 1. And now we are going to have McPike and Trey Mudd talk to about the way they're talking to each other. They've both been warned. Creech back in. Evans takes a breather for Clopton. Turbyville checks out for Silex. They get it in to Trey Mudd. Now for Brian Hankey. Brian. Near side for Creech. Up top for Tommy Grody again. Tommy. Still has the ball. Goes to the hoop, and he's stripped of the ball but fouled by Jared Hain just into the ball game for Clopton. 6-team foul. We're still in the first quarter. A lot of whistles so far. 52.8 seconds to go in the first. And the first shot is good for Tommy Grody to tie the game. So he's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Last second change as Daniel Havlick replaces Justin Havlick. Second shot good as well. Silex back ahead by a point. Evans gets it to Harvey across the line for Clopton. Back to Zach Evans. Now to Yates. Yates to the hoop. Oh, that one's easy. Puts Clopton ahead by 1. 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's Brian Hankey across the line for Silex. Over to Tommy Grody with 25 to go. Creech gives it back. Now to the near side for Grody. Grody going to try the three. That one just off the mark. The rebound. Harlan had it, got it again. Throws it through Creech, back up top, down to 5 seconds. And a big time bump there from Evans. He'll pick up his first foul. That's now it's the 16th foul. They must have doubled up on one earlier. They're going to say Grody was shooting. So that sends him back to the line with the Owls trailing by a point. And trailing no more. Harvey checks out. And Tommy hits them both. He's got 5 points, all from the free throw line. Down to 5 seconds. Here's Evans walking through the lane and scores. And that'll do it for 1 quarter. So Clopton comes out ahead after the opening 8 minutes. We'll be back with the second after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
Have you been frustrated by slow internet available where you live? Great news. Now you have a choice. Viasat Internet has just rolled out brand new fast internet plans available in your area. Call your local internet expert, Cellular and Satellite Center today. Standard installation is free and they can usually get you installed in 3 to 5 days. Don't put up with slow internet any longer. Call Cellular and Satellite Center at 573-324-3722. Terms and restrictions apply. See viasat.com for details.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC of Bowling Green and Silex and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana are proud to sponsor our area high school teams and wish everyone success this season. Uplifting and comforting, Bibb Beach Funeral Homes and Collier Funeral Home will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Proud to be of service, visit online at bibbbeach.com or collierfuneral.com. A personal touch can mean so much. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, Bowling Green and Silex, and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana.
Clopton ball as we start the second quarter. Scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. As Yates inbounds to Evans, we're underway in quarter number 2. Point for Mason Street, 2 for Zach Evans, 3 for Malik McPike, 4 points for Sean Yates. There's the 10 for the Hawks, split across 4 guys. Here's Evans to the near side for McPike. For Silex, 2 points for Brian Hickey, 2 points for Landon Harlan. Coming off the bench. That shot's no good. Turbeville comes away with the rebound. The other 5 points from the line, 5 of 6 shooting. Tommy Grody from the free throw line. He's the Owls' leading scorer. But Silex trails by a point. Here's Grody with it again. Skips to the near side for Hank Kinsey. Tried a little prayer there, and then the rebound goes off his hands out of bounds. Back to Clopton, trying to add to their 1-point lead. 45 seconds gone here in the second quarter. From Silex High School, we'll be back here on Wednesday as the Owls and Lady Owls take on Crossroads, the Current. That shot's good. Malik McPike has 5 points. And a 3-point lead for Clopton. That's their biggest lead of the night. And the first team into double figures. Quickly the other way, all the way up top, over the top of Hankey, and now intercepted. Hain partially blocked, and on the rebound, we're going to have a foul on McPike. That's his second. And Coach Francis looks up and down his bench and says, Daniel Harvey, you get back in there, and we're going to shoot some free throws. At the other end, a 1-and-1 coming for Tommy Grody. And the first shot is good. Makes it a 2-point game. He's got 6. Second shot is good as well. He's made 7 straight after missing his first free throw tonight. And off a foot, stolen by Brian Hankey, ahead. Lays it in. Hank Kinsey with 2. Silex back ahead. They're going quick now. Here's Zach Evans. Back up to Sean Yates. To the near side for Evans. Skips it across. Jared Hain. He'll try the long 3. It's a little too long, but the rebound goes to Sean Yates. Sean dumps it down Mason Street, lost the handle. Gathered in by Harvey on the far side. Daniel shot a little long, and this time the ball goes off of Tommy Grody to Brian Hankey. Now back to Tommy again after taking a shot in the eye. Here's Brian for the Silex Owls. He'll try the 3. Rims out this time. Rebound Turbeville, and they'll reset. Here's Hankey trying to force it down. Yates intercepts. Ball loose and picked up by the Hawks. Near side. Here's a 3. Yates a little bit long. Turbeville goes high for the rebound. Long pass ahead as Silex tries to pick up the pace. Kicks it near side and out of bounds. Trying to get it to Brian Hankey. Maybe the Owls need to try and slow the pace a little bit as Justin Havlick comes back in for Hank Kinsey. Street takes a breather for the Hawks. He's replaced by Peyton Sambo. So Sambo's first action tonight. And Zach Evans takes it across the line for the Clopton Hawks. Sean Yates, now Peyton Sambo. Back to Evans. And to Sambo again. Hain back to Evans. Peyton Sambo near side. Back to Evans. Between Yates and Sambo, Peyton tracks it down. Skips it for Hain. Back to Evans to Yates. Yates near side for Sambo. 4:40 to go in the first half. Here's a three for Sambo. That's off the mark. Rebound tipped out all the way to Evans. On the far side, back to Peyton Sambo. Zach Evans. Evans to Yates from just inside three. That shot off the mark. Turbeville the rebound for the Silex Owls. Here's Brian Hankey. Near side. Trey Mudd into a double team, and who are they going to get for this? Two Hawks banged into him, and the foul goes against Yates. That's his first foul. And a timeout taken by Clopton with 4:18 to play in the first half. Just 13-12, Silex leads it on TribCast.
Take your grocery list to County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia and save big on the foods and essentials your family loves. Savings every day throughout the store in every department, or let County Market do the cooking for you with signature fried chicken, roasters, sides, and desserts. And don't forget to use your Max card. They're free and available for instant use from your local County Market grocer in Louisiana, Vandalia, or shop anytime. Find recipes and more at mycountymarket.com.
In a world at the mercy of every rise and fall of the thermometer, your local Bryant professional will stand and defend you, your family, your home, and your bank account from fluctuating temperatures and rising energy bills.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, sparksheatingandcooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
First shot good for Trey Mudd. That's his first point tonight. As we come back from break, it's a 2-point lead for the Silex Owls. Second shot, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Zach Evans. To Sambo into the front court. From Hain, back to Hain, into the corner for Sambo. Hain to the far side for Yates. Back up top for Peyton Sambo. Or to Sean Yates again. Yates kicks it near side. Here's a three for Hain, and that one's good. Jared Hain with his first 3 points tonight. They're counting on you. All right. Near side, here's Turbeville as Clopton picks up the pressure. Got to get across. They do. To Tommy Grody. Into the corner now. Oh, wide open Trey Mudd for two more. Put Silex ahead by a point. 16-15, 3:20 to go. Peyton Sambo with it. Over to the far side for Jared Hain. Top for Sean Yates. Yates kicks it far side for Hain. He just hit a big three that gets it to Zach Evans from the free throw line. His shot a little bit wide to the left. And the rebound picked up by Turbeville. Charles has it again off the pass. He'll try a three, and that one somehow finds its way down. Charles Turbeville with his first 3 points tonight, and the Owls lead 19-15. Timeout Clopton on TribCast.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Cindy Blaylock will be there for you. 201 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Online at cindyblaylockagency.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
The 10th season of TribCast Basketball on thepeoplestribune.com is brought to you in part by Cole Chiropractic Center, Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Lumber Company, by Lynn's Heritage House, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and by Pike County Title Company. More high school basketball is coming up, celebrating 10 years of champions. This is TribCast.
Traveling called on Zach Evans, and he's replaced on the floor by Coach Francis. 2:49 to play here in the first half, 19-15. Silex leads the Clopton Hawks, and they get it to Turbeville in the backcourt. 10 seconds to get it across the line. They've been pushing that 10 seconds. Working across. Creech is blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Owls. 2:39 to play in the first half. Stay with us for the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime. Here's Turbeville. He puts it up. No, but a foul will send Charles to the line. Foul. Whistled on Yates, his second. And the first shot is no good for Charles. He remains at 3 points tonight. 4-point lead for the Owls. Creech comes out. Second shot coming up for Turbeville. 1 foot up to the line, and he sinks that one to make it 20-15. A 5-point lead for the Silex Owls, their biggest of the night. Here's Peyton Sambo. Again, Silex scored 72 in a loss the other night at Wright City. So they can score, and they go to the hoop. Too hard for Brian Hankey off the glass, and on the rebound, a foul whistled against the Owls. Just the 15th foul against Silex. And coming to the ball game for the first time, Chance Lucas for Clopton. .2:18 to play. Mason Street with it on the far side. Up top for Sambo. Kyle Martin into the ball game as well. And here's Sambo again. Looking for something down low. Street gets it near side. Riley's pass intercepted by Turbeville. Charles to the hoop. No. Evans on the bench wanted a charge called. No such luck, but no such points either. And that one almost a traveling call. Picked up down low by Lucas. He's going to go to the hoop. No. Gets his own rebound. No. And the rebound this time pulled down by Trey Mudd. Head to Tommy Grody to the hoop. Reverse layup goes. Tommy Grody with his first 2 points from the field. That makes it a 7-point Silex lead. Here's Sambo for the Hawks. Over for Riley. Into the middle, a pass tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. Now with 1:09 to play. They're not going to allow the sub. They've already started the count. Here's Sambo back up top. And around to Mason Street. Street to the far side for Peyton Sambo. Street floats, no. Rebound, put back, no. How about another for Street? Yes, and a foul. Mason Street, his first shot to go down from the field. It's Clopton controlling the offensive glass. Into the ball game comes Landon Harlan. He'll replace Trey Mudd after he picks up his second foul. And Street completes the three-point play. He's got 4 points tonight. 51.7 seconds to go in the first half. Next foul against Clopton will put Silex in the double bonus. Next foul by Silex will put Clopton into the bonus. We may not reach either. Down to 35 seconds to play. Oh, now almost a steal. Grody gets it back. Down to 26 seconds. Turbeville. Back to Brian Hankey. 20 on the clock. And a foul whistled, and it'll be a two-shot foul for Brian Hankey as Kyle Martin commits his first. First shot short. (22-18). 18.4 on the clock. Second shot, no good. Bryan missed them both. Peyton Sambo the rebound, and here comes Clopton. They can pull within one with a three. Down to 8 seconds. They led by a point after one. Here's Sambo down to 5. To Mason Street. Street floats. Can't hit. And there is a foul on the rebound. Brian Hankey picks up his first personal. It's going to be a 2-shot foul. So it was on the floor, so it's a 1-1, I believe. The two officials are going to talk about it. The half is over. There's no more time on the clock. So it'll just be Chance Lucas out there shooting either 1 or 2 free throws. Well, no. Silex is going to go out there and defend. It's a 1-1. They put .3 back on the clock, so the half isn't over. The first shot is long. He fouls his own rebound, but it's tied up by Turbeville. We played 2 quarters here from Silex High School. The Owls lead the Clopton Hawks by 4 after the first 16 minutes. Back with the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
If you buy power from Quiver River
No matter which
Electric
team you're rooting
Cooperative,
for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all.
If you buy power from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, you help power your community. How? Quiver River belongs to the people it serves. With people like you in charge, you know decisions about your power are made with you in mind, your community too. What kind of decisions? Sending you a check when there's money left after expenses, holding down rates, helping you save, serving your community. Good for you, power for your community. Quiver River Electric, owned by those we serve.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Pike County Hospice provides specialized high-quality care and support to patients and their families facing a life-limiting illness. We offer love, hope, and dignity at the end of life by offering a team approach consisting of physicians, skilled nurses, social workers, spiritual counselors, home health aides, and volunteers. We provide respite care for family and loved ones and offer 24-hour-a-day access to a hospice team. Pike County Hospice reduces financial stress on families and provides bereavement care to loved ones.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
It's time for the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh, nice shot there in the duck toss at halftime here at Silex High School. I don't know why they don't have little squeaky owls, but, you know, whatever. A bird's a bird, I guess, and we've got a lot of birds out here as the Owls lead the Hawks by 4 points after the first 2 quarters, 22-18. Clopton led after one, 10-9, so little bit of a swing there in the second half, a 5-point swing Silex's way in quarter number 2. And really, both teams, I mean, they're doing the things they want to do offensively. I think defensively for Clopton, they've got to move their feet a little more, like we saw in the video in the pregame and the video we showed the other night. Got to move your feet, got to get in those defensive positions, and can't use those hands in an illegal manner. So that's why Clopton's been whistled for so many fouls through 2 quarters. They had 10 of them, and the Owls just whistled for 7. So Clopton just barely into the bonus, as the Owls were shooting in the double bonus there at the end of the first half. So no one in real trouble, no one with more than 2 fouls. They spread them out. Both these teams working their bench quite a bit. A lot of players in, a lot of players out. So everyone's rested through 2 quarters, and we'll see who can get that hot streak going, coming out of the locker room here, as Silex leads 22-18 over Clopton after 2 quarters. We'll be back with first half scoring after this. It is the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime on the peoplestribune.com.
B&B Automotive, home of the $25 oil change up to 5 quarts of oil, is an ASE certified inspection station and offers complete automotive service at a very reasonable rate. Family owned and operated, B&B features low tire prices with many brands to choose from. Stop by or call B&B Automotive in Bowling Green, 573-470-8170.
B&B Automotive, 812 West Main in Bowling Green.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Shucard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Paul Shucard in Bowling Green. Here to help life go right, State Farm is there.
Well, we played 2 quarters here from Silex High School, and the Owls are back on the floor after coming up the stairs. A long walk from the locker rooms here at this old historic gym at Silex High School, and this isn't even the original gym. 22-18, the Owls lead. Love it, though. Love packing in here and being right up. Everyone's right up against the action here at Clopton High School, or at Silex High School, as we play in this old gym. Clopton, a new gym, just lose a little personality there. Bowling Green, a big, newer gym. Really, you get a lot of people in there, but you don't get that right on top of the court atmosphere that you get places here like at Silex and even Van Far to an extent. Their bleachers go up higher, but they're all on one side, so both sides are packed in there. And that creates for some fun situations. 22-18 our score after 2, and let's check the first half scoring. Brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Kent Feeds, Asco and DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance and more. YoungEnterprisesInc.com. For the Hawks, 10 points in the first quarter, 8 points in the second quarter for a total of 18 so far. Then we got 3 points for Jared Hain, 4 for Sean Yates, 4 for Mason Street, 2 points Zach Evans, 5 points for Malik McPike. He's the leading scorer through the first 2 quarters. For the Owls, 9 points in the first quarter, come back with 13 in the second quarter to lead by 4. At the half, you got 2 points for Hank Kinsey, 3 for Trey Mudd, 2 points for Brian Hankey, 9 points for Tommy Grody, 4 for Charles Turbyville, and 2 for Landon Harlan coming off the bench for the Silex Owls. So Tommy Grody is the leading scorer through 2 quarters. And your first half scoring is brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, YoungEnterprisesInc.com. 4-point Owls lead. Clopton now out of the locker room, ready for the second half as well. This has been the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime, and our La Crosse Lumber Company second half start coming up after this on the peoplestribune.com.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. In Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com.
Hello, this is Mary Millen from Community State Bank of Missouri. Some financial institutions make you go through a lot of red tape to get a loan. At Community State Bank, we try to keep things simple. When you talk with us, you're talking to the people who make decisions. Next time you need a loan for whatever reason, come see us. You'll be glad you did. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Equal housing lender.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your New Holland agricultural equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Start of the second half brought to you by La Crosse Lumber Company. They have everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. La Crosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873, and it'll be Silex ball to start the second half with a 4-point lead. And Brian Henke inbounds to lead the game's leading scorer, Tommy Grody, and we're underway in quarter number 3. Silex now going from left to right, Clopton right to left. Here's Turbeville on the wing, up top again. Kinsey work it now inside. That shot blocked. Trey Mudd got blocked, but Silex recovers. Here's a 3, top, too long. Rebound this time, Hank Kinsey. Kinsey to Brian Henke. Here's Grody again. Kinsey hangs it off for Henke. Now to Tommy Grody. Nearly a minute gone here on this first possession. Now it is exactly a minute. Silex being very deliberate. Missed a shot, got a rebound. Oh, and now off the shins of Grody and into the backcourt for a violation. Here's Evans. For Yates, over to McPike on the far side for the Hawks. Lob pass near side Evans. All the way across to Yates. Sean flips it back to Zach Evans. Middle of the key, and he's fouled. Shot no good. Foul going to go against Turbeville, his first. No, they didn't give it to Turbeville. They called the third foul on Hank Kinsey. And the first shot's no good for Evans. So he's still stuck on 2 points tonight. Wednesday we'll be back here for 2 games. Ladies varsity action starts with the pregame at 5:15. The Owls take on Crossroads. Men's varsity action to follow, and the shot's no good. The rebound picked up by Trey Mudd. Here's Grody. Kicks it down low and knocked off balance was Justin Havlick, and the ball taken away. Now taken away again. Mudd picks it up as Harvey lost the ball. Near side. Here's a 3, and that one's off the mark by plenty for Havlick. Here's Harvey to the near side for Evans. Comes off the wing up top, now lobs it down low, and a foul whistled That's going to be on Brian Hankey, his second. Team second. Here in the second half. Lots and lots of banners hanging around this gym. A lot of them say Tony Francis on it. To the near side. McPike gives it back to Harvey. Daniel floats it down low. Shot off the glass. Oh, that's a pretty passing play. And a good finish by Watts. We finally have some points here in the second half. As Clopton pulls within 2. Havlick, now they get it across to Trey Mudd. Mudd kicks it near side corner. Grody. And it goes down. Over Watts. Trey Mudd with 2. Excuse me, put those on the wrong side. It's 24-20. That's over McPike. Saved back in, but right to Havlick now. A blocking foul. Whistled against Evans. That's his second. First foul against the Hawks here in the second half. Both teams with 2 points here over the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. Crossover. Now to Brian Hankey. Hankey up top through the hands of Havlick. Gets it to Trey Mudd. His pass blocked by Kenan Watts and taken away by Struess. Struess to the hoop. Yes, and a foul. Chance for a 3-point play to make it a 1-point game. The foul goes against number 15, Justin Havlick. His first, team's third already. The shot is good, a 3-point play for Dalton Struess. In the backcourt with it. Hankey now to Turbyville. Turbyville steps around a man, can't hit. The rebound picked up by McPike, the guy he had to run around. Good behind the back dribble. Tips it to Yates. Yates comes in from the corner and scores. Clopton ahead. Sean Yates has 6 points and a timeout taken by the Silex Owls with 4:21 to play in the third quarter. Clopton makes their run to start the second half. They lead by a point on TribCast.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone. Mid-America Auto and Towing, complete automotive service, new and used tires with wholesale pricing. Mid-America Auto and Towing has a great line of used cars and trucks available with financing options for everyone. Buy here and pay here on select models at Mid-America Auto and Towing. Now at 15877 Highway 54 in Bowling Green across from the fairgrounds. Mid-America Auto and Towing.
I don't know what Tony Francis was doing there at the end, but very spirited conversations in both huddles during that timeout charge to Silex as Clopton has pulled ahead 25-24, and Tommy Grody with it in the backcourt for the Owls. Bounce pass down low. Trey Mudd tries a reverse layup. No, and then it's punched out of bounds by Havlick flying in. Gives it back to Clopton. Up by 1. Here's Evans. Across the line for the Clopton Hawks. Over the far side, Malik McPike. Near side, they get it to Watts. Watts kicks it back out to Evans. Gives it back to Kenan Watts, and a foul on the floor whistled against the Owls. And that goes on number 22, Trey Mudd, his third, team's fourth. First 4 minutes of the second half have not been kind to the home team. Evans cut off from the baseline. All the way across to McPike, tipped up in the air and taken away by the Owls. Here's Turbeville, kicks it near corner. Trey Mudd. Mudd scoops it to the hoop and scores. And another timeout taken by Silex, now ahead by a point. 3:36 to play in the third on TribCast.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Clopton, Bowling Green, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. We're at work while your athletes are at play.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, new and used equipment, parts and service, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Evans with it after the timeout for the Hawks. Hayne getting ready to check in for Clopton. Here's McPike with it on the far point. Near side for Evans, back up top for Malik. Lob pass for Kenan Watts. He cut it too fine off the glass, and the rebound tipped by Harlan over to Turbeville. Charles across the line, trying to go coast to coast, almost traveled, and it's knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Owls. 3:11 to play in quarter number 3, and here comes Jared Hayne back into the ball game to replace Malik McPike. Blocked is Landon Harlan by Kenan Watts. He still has the ball, lost it between his legs, and a travel called against the Hawks. .305 to play, a 1-point game. Clopton, ooh, and he got 5. That gives it back to the Hawks as both teams having trouble holding on to the ball. And that's all Coach Aaron Hankey says is unforced errors. They kill you. Here's Evans to the far side. Back up top for Struce. Now to Evans. Looking for a pick from Kenan Watts. Now they kick it near side through Hayne to Evans, near corner. Back to Kenan Watts for Evans again. Evans fakes the baseline, gives it back up and around for Struce. The 3 is long. Rebound picked up by Jared Hayne. Here's Yates for 3, and under the net, a foul against Landon Harlan, his first, team's 5th. Down to 2:33 to play in the third. And a late substitution allowed as McPike comes in for Yates. They get it in. Now for McPike. Here's a 3, near side, and it's good. Jared Hayne. He's got a pair of 3s in this game and a 2-point lead for the Hawks. Here's Turbeville. In the backcourt to Scott Creech. Creech gets it to Tommy Grody all the way across to Brian Hankey. Brian into the corner from the baseline. Harlan can't hit that shot. The rebound picked up by Evans for the Hawks. Back up. Here's Zach and a push in the back. Going to be whistled against Harlan. That's his second, team 6th. So the next one will be 1-and-1s. Back-to-back fouls against Landon Harlan. And he'll be replaced as Trey Mudd comes back in. .206 to play in the third quarter. Up and around to the near side for Dalton Struce. Lays it in for Kenan Watts, now gets it back. 3 seconds in the lane called against Watts and the Hawks, and we go back to Silex with 1:56 to play. Evans replaced by Sean Yates for the Hawks. Another late substitution as Kyle Martin comes in for Kenan Watts. And they get it in to Brian Henke. Back and forth, here's Creech. Through Henke to Turbyville. Turbyville going to take the three, rims out on him. Rebound knocked around, chased down on the far side. McPike, couple of good moves to get away from the defense. Here's Sean Yates for three. That's good. Sean Yates, a tray. To make it a 4-point Clopton lead. He's got 9 points. And a foul after the shot, so more opportunity for the Hawks. As to the line is Jared Hain. Turbyville charged with this first foul, and it's a 1-and-1 situation. And the shot is good. He earns a second. This is a big swing here. Hain, one more shot. This could be a 5-point possession. And it is. Ooh, that's a big swing. Very costly for the Owls. Here's Creech in the backcourt. Long pass ahead for Mudd to Tommy Grody. Grody floats it and scores. Tommy Grody makes it hurt a little bit less. He goes to 11 points on the night. It is 33-28. Here's a shot from the near side, no good, and a foul whistled against number 40, Kyle Martin. That's his second. And just the team's second here in the half. Creech looking for somebody, gets it to Turbyville in the backcourt, gets it back to Scott Creech. To the near side for Trey Mudd. They need to cross the line. They do. Mudd floats it for Grody, and too hard for him, too hard, too high, and goes back to Clopton with 59.6 seconds to go in the half. Evans back in, replacing Kyle Martin. Under a minute. Here come the Clopton Hawks. Coach Aaron Henke says, know who the shooters are. Look out for 13. He's been hot tonight. Here is Hain with it. Kicks it back to Dalton Struess. Struess for Evans. Back to Hain. Now for Struess again. To the near side for McPike. Down to 36 seconds. Touch pass out of bounds. Back to the Owls with 35.3 remaining in the third quarter. We're at Silex High School tonight. We'll be at Silex High School on Wednesday again. Boys and girls action. We get in the final weeks of this 2018-19 regular season. Henke, players flying. Here's Grody to the hoop and in. Tommy Grody makes it a 3-point game. He's got 13. 33-30 Clopton, down to 10 seconds to go in the third quarter of this contest. Hain back up top for Evans, down to 6 on the clock. Here's Evans, steps inside, 3, can't hit. Creech the rebound, and that'll do it. Nope. Instead of calling the travel, he just says, forget it, we played 3. And we head to the fourth with Clopton ahead. It's back and forth tonight. And the Hawks lead the Owls 33-30 heading to the fourth on TribCast.
Have you been frustrated by slow internet available where you live? Great news. Now you have a choice. Viasat Internet has just rolled out brand new fast internet plans available in your area. Call your local internet expert, Cellular and Satellite Center today. Standard installation is free, and they can usually get you installed in 3 to 5 days. Don't put up with slow internet any longer. Call Cellular and Satellite Center at 573-324-3722. Terms and restrictions apply. See Viasat.com for details.
0.2 of a second they put back on the clock. So we're still in the third quarter. They bring in Colin Twellman to get in front of Evans. Says big and tall, lob pass, touch to the hoop, no. McPike almost got the tip in at the buzzer. 33-30 is our score after 3. Back with the 4th after this on TribCast.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC of Bowling Green and Silex and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana are proud to sponsor our area high school teams and wish everyone success this season. Uplifting and comforting, Bibb Beach Funeral Homes and Collier Funeral Home will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Proud to be of service, visit online at bibbbeach.com or collierfuneral.com. A personal touch can mean so much. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, Bowling Green and Silex, and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana. Take your grocery list to County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia and save big on the foods and essentials your family loves. Savings every day throughout the store in every department, or let County Market do the cooking for you with signature fried chicken, roasters, sides, and desserts. And don't forget to use your Max card. They're free and available for instant use from your local County Market grocer in Louisiana, Vandalia, or shop anytime. Find recipes and more at mycountymarket.com.
Scoring through 3 quarters brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Ken Feeds, Asgrown DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more. YoungEnterprisesInc.com. For the Owls, they have 2 points for Hank Kinsey, 7 for Trey Mudd, 2 points for Brian Hankey, 4 points for Charles Terbyville, 2 for Landon Harlan, and a 13-point night so far for Tommy Grody. He's been very good tonight. Here's a 3 from the near side. That one's good. Hain just got himself into double figures and extends the lead to 6. Terbyville to Grody. Skips it near side. Here's Trey Mudd. All the way up top for Terbyville. Back for Creech. The pass inside wasn't there. Now they go far side. Hankey. That one goes. Brian Hankey. We'll get you Clopton scoring as we go along. 5 points now for Brian. And that'll give us an opportunity. 11 points now for Jared Hain, 9 for Sean Yates, 3 points Dalton Struess, 4 points Mason Street, 5 for Malik McPike, 2 points Zach Evans, 2 points Kenan Watts. They score 15 in the 3rd quarter and 3 so far here in the 4th. 8 points scored in the quarter for Silex. That's why their 4-point lead is now a deficit. But just 3 points after that exchange of threes, and a shot is good from the free throw line to make it an even 10 points tonight for Sean Yates. The foul whistled on Grody is first, 8th against the Owls. He hit them both. Big 2 free throws there in the 4th quarter. Grody. Work it down low. Mudd, no, but a foul whistled against Hain, his 2nd. Just the team's 3rd here in the half. And to the line, Trey Mudd to shoot a pair. He's got 7 points tonight. Just one of those coming from the free throw line. The shot is good. Ties him with, oh, actually that solidly puts him in 2nd on the Owls scoring. 2nd shot is good as well. 9 points. It's 4 off the top spot held by Tommy Grody. Here's Hain for the Hawks to McPike. Lob pass off the fingertips and taken away by Brian Hankey. Pass ahead. Oh, off the bottom of the backboard. And the rebound, loose ball picked up by Evans. Here's McPike. Works it to Kenan Watts. Back to McPike. Here's a shot for 3 off the mark. And the rebound pulled down by Brian Hankey for the Owls. And that pass tipped and stolen. I think the arm might have been slapped there. Have to go back and watch that. To the near side for Evans. Zach over to Jared Hain on the far point. Hain back to Zach Evans. They switch off, now give it to Malik McPike. Has Hain open in the corner. Evans, free throw line. Yates had his shirt tail pulled a little bit. Scores. And Clopton, the first team to 40. He's got 13 points. Long pass ahead. Trey Mudd off the glass. Good. No fouls. Although there was a little contact. Aaron Hankey wants those hands up. No cheap fouls. Here's McPike to Hain. Now far side for Evans. Lob pass in. Kenan Watts. Watts moves to the hoop. And on the rebound, a foul. Going to be whistled on Turbeville. His second, team's 9th. And Malik McPike going to shoot a 1-and-1. Three-point game. And that's where it'll stay as McPike mixes the front half. Almost stole it back. So he sold out on that steal attempt. Here's Brian Hankey with it. He'll try the three. A little short. Rebound picked up by Mudd. Floats it over the defense and puts it in. Trey Mudd makes it a 1-point game. He's having a big fourth quarter. 6 points in the quarter. To the near side for Malik McPike as Clopton goes back to offense. Over. And push in the back. That's how it got over Kenan Watts. 4th foul on Trey Mudd. 10th against the Owls. And a 2-shot foul coming for Kenan Watts. First time for Kenan at the line. He's got 2 points tonight. And his first shot is no good. He'll get one more. That's Dalton Struess back in the ballgame, as well as Peyton Sambo. 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Owls and the Hawks. EMO battle. And he hits the second one to make it a 2-point game. 3 points on the night for Kenan Watts. Here's Tommy Grody in the backcourt for Silex. To Turbeville across the line. Back to Grody. Grody going to drive all the way to the hoop. Reverse layup and in. And we're tied. Tommy Grody. 15 points. To the near side, Peyton Sambo. Sambo to the far side for Zach Evans. 4:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Dalton Struess back to Evans on the far point. Sambo. Back for Evans. His three. No good. The rebound pulled down by Tommy Grody as Turbeville went flying. Here's Hankey. From the corner. No. Harlan had it go off his fingertips, and Struess coming up the floor for the Hawks. Dalton Struess. A charge called on Struess. That's his 3rd foul, 4th against the Hawks. And Silex will have it back. 4:08 to play, tied at 41. We got a ball game here at Silex tonight. They wipe the floor. The guy next to me is trying to get thrown out, I think. Guy on my right, not the left. .408 to play. And if you're an official, you got to let that go. He engaged him. Here's Grody. Down to Harlan, Landon Harlan. Back to Hankey. Bryan has his pass tipped and stolen. Evans to the hoop. Man in. Zach Evans, nice steal, nice finish. He's got 4 points tonight. The lead is 2 for Clopton. Here's Grody. Stops in traffic, is fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot a pair. 15 points tonight. 5th foul against the Clopton Hawks, and the first rather, on Peyton Sambo. So 1 and 1, or two shots. He was in the process of shooting. And the officials, right before he's about to shoot, came in from the far side. Is this a 1 and 1 or a 2? Obviously it's a 2 since they're not in the bonus yet. And the shot is no good. Grody remains at 15 points tonight. It remains a 2-point Clopton lead as Kinsey checks out. Havlick back in. Second shot is good. It's a 1-point game with Clopton ahead. That broke a long string of made free throws for Tommy Grody. Here's Yates. He puts it in. Sean Yates with 2 more, and the lead is 3. A long pass actually hit the twine and goes out of bounds. 3:17 to play, and a timeout taken by Clopton. Here in the 4th quarter, the Hawks lead the Owls by 3 in the 4th, 45-42 on TribCast.
In a season of falling temperatures and rising energy bills, your local Bryant professional stands ready to defend your home's comfort. Because when the temperature falls, Bryant turns up the heat efficiently.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, sparksheatingandcooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Ramsey Dickerman will be there at 503 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Online at RamseyDickerman.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
45-42, Clopton leads, has the ball. Sean Yates just put him up by 3 before the turnover and the timeout. Here's Sambo to Evans. Back over to the far side for Peyton Sambo. Now Malik McPike. Malik back to Zach Evans. To McPike again. As they just get out of the lane before a 3-second call. Here's McPike. Evans looking for a pass to Watts. Harlan all over him. Sambo back near side with a zip pass. There's McPike off the glass, no good. Rebound, Evans. Evans. Oh, very clear shot to the lane after he picked up that rebound. And Zach has 6 points. Pass. Tipped. Tommy Grody gets it back. Gets it to Landon Harlan. Kicks it back out. Here's Charles Turby. They'll have to come inside 3. Reverse layup. No. Evans comes away with the ball to Malik McPike. McPike back to Zach Evans. 2:05 remaining and a 5-point Clopton lead. Here's Peyton Sambo at the point. Back to Evans. Now to McPike. Pass too long. Sambo gets the loose ball. Now to McPike. Shot no good. And a foul on Landon Harlan. That's his 3rd. Team's 11th. And what else do we have? We got another foul after that. A technical. And that's 4 on Harlan. And Coach Aaron Hankey going to get every word he can for an explanation on that technical call. Harlan picked up the foul. Then as the official was walking to the scorer's table to report, he was called for a technical by the back official. So a chance now with a 5-point lead for really Clopton to almost put this game out of reach. Minute 50 to go. Oh, but he misses the first. Second shot is good to make it a 6-point game. He'll shoot the next two also. No. To make it a 3-possession game. He missed. He hit 1 of 4. And Clopton will retain the ball because of the technical. An inbound on the far sideline. 4 fouls now on Landon Harlan. And he'll come out of the ball game replaced by Trey Mudd. So you got Grody, Turbeville, Mudd, Hankey, and Havlick out there right now for the Owls. Yates, Evans, McPike, Watts, and Hain out there for the Clopton Hawks. To the far point for Malik McPike. Back to Evans. Up by 6. Minute 35 to go. Here's a 3 from Hain. It's good. 9-point game. Just like that. Jared Hain with a big 3. And now Silex their backs against the wall. Kick it down. Trey Mudd. No, and a foul whistled against Kenan Watts. His second, team 6th. It'll be a 2-shot opportunity from the line for Trey Mudd. I'm sure he would much rather this be a 3-point play opportunity. Got 6 points in the quarter, 13 in the game. And the shot is short. Out is Havlick. Back in is Kinsey. Second shot for Trey Mudd. A minute 17 on the clock, and he is able to sink that one. Makes it an 8-point deficit. .117 remaining. Late substitution by Clopton. Now they get play underway again. Hain across the line to Evans. Down low, McPike. His shot, no good. Rebound, tipped out. Yates had it, and a tie-up. And who's in favor? The Owls, with 1:01 to go in an 8-point game. Wasn't terribly long ago that Silex had the lead. Got to get it into somebody. Through Turbeville's hands, picked up now by Charles. And he walks to the basket and scores on a timeout taken. As a little fortunate there for Turbeville and Silex. He's got 6 points. We got a break. 52.9 seconds to go. 51-49. Clopton leads on TribCast.
The 10th season of TribCast basketball on thepeoplestribune.com is brought to you in part by Cole Chiropractic Center, Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Lumber Company, by Lynn's Heritage House, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and by Pike County Title Company. More high school basketball is coming up, celebrating 10 years of champions. This is TribCast. If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
6-point ball game here in the fourth. 51-45. Clopton leads. Evans gets it in, and Yates is immediately fouled by Brian Hankey. That's Brian's third. Clopton's been in the double bonus for a while. And Yates, who is 2 for 2 from the line, goes back to that spot. Sean Yates. And the first shot's good. The lead is 7. So it's a 3-possession game again. Hain. Ooh, he made them both. Very close to a lane violation. Grody. And a foul whistled against Evans, and he can't believe it. That's the third on Zach, and a 1-and-1 coming for Grody and the Owls. Hain back in for Sambo. .48 seconds to go. Silex can't miss another free throw. First one for Grody is good. .53-46. Second shot is no good, and the rebound pulled down by McPike. Down to 45, and a foul whistled will send Malik to the line. The foul whistled against Grody is second. 14th. Called against Silex in the half, and he rims out the first. Got to get the rebound here. Second shot, no, and the rebound pulled down by Mudd. Ahead to Grody. Tommy with a head of steam, and he traveled. Oh, just drug that foot, and that may be it. 37 seconds to play. Creech and Mudd check out. 37 seconds even on the clock, and Hain has the ball, gets away, and he's fouled by Grody on the far side. To the line, Jared Hain. He's 2 for 2 from that spot, both those coming in the third quarter. He's hit 3 threes in the game. And this shot is good. 54-46. 15 points. 32.7 seconds on the clock. Here's the next, and that's 16 for Hain tonight. Yates has 17. Here's Mudd. Mudd to the hoop. No. And the rebound, Peyton Sambo. Over to Evans, and he's fouled by Creech. And it's pretty much academic after this. 18.3 seconds to go. It's a 9-point game. First shot. No good for Evans. He's 0 for 3 from the line tonight. 6 points in the ball game. One more shot. Mason Street going to check in if he hits it. which he does not, and there's a lane violation anyway, which will stop the clock, allow the substitution as Evans checks out, replaced by Street. He's done for the night. Here's Creech for three from the corner. It's good. And a timeout taken. Well, maybe not over yet. 6-point game, 7.9 seconds to go. Timeout on the floor after the Creech three on TribCast.
If you buy electricity from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, you're more than a customer. You're a member too. What does that mean? It means you have a say in how things run. It means you have equity in Quiver River when there's money left after expenses each year. It means that helping you save electricity is important because we're in this together. It means you have more than safe, reliable energy. You have power. You have people. Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those they serve. CUIVRE.com.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
55-49. Clopton leads Silex here in the final 7.9 seconds of regulation. So you need a steal, a three, a steal, a three, and they're going to go long with it. Almost hit the speakers. McPike can't hit. We're down to 4 seconds. He's got to shoot it right now for three. No good. Put back too late, and that's the final in this one. 55-49, Clopton wins one here at Silex on a Monday night in the final weeks of the season. We'll be back with the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame for you after this on the peoplestribune.com.
Pike County Hospice provides specialized high-quality care and support to patients and their families facing a life-limiting illness. We offer love, hope, and dignity at the end of life by offering a team approach consisting of physicians, skilled nurses, social workers, spiritual counselors, home health aides, and volunteers. We provide respite care for family and loved ones and offer 24-hour-a-day access to a hospice team. Pike County Hospice reduces financial stress on families and provides bereavement care to loved ones.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
B&B Automotive, home of the $25 oil change up to 5 quarts of oil, is an ASE certified inspection station and offers complete automotive service at a very reasonable rate. Family owned and operated, B&B features low tire prices with many brands to choose from. Stop by or call B&B Automotive in Bowling Green, 573-470-8170.
B&B Automotive, 812 West Main in Bowling Green.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we gotta bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Shucard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
It's time for the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. Brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction. Your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out building projects.
A little too much Jared Hain here tonight, and actually Jared's coming over right now as our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game, along with Coach Tony Francis, and let's get Jared in here. Jared, nice night shooting 3 threes, and they were very big ones during a second half rally that really fueled the Hawks to a win. Were you feeling it out there tonight?
Oh, yeah, I was feeling it.
You got some good congratulations there at the end. You come over to the bench and got a nice 5 from Coach Francis behind you. What was that about, defense?
Yeah, a little bit. it was, my confidence started out a little low towards the season, and he's really helped me get it up, and I was kind of feeling it tonight, so proud to have him as a coach.
So, some big threes and a pretty tight game. Silex, they scored 72 the other night in a loss against Wright City, so they can put some points on the board. What did you guys do out there tonight defensively to limit that?
The main thing, we tried to talk a lot, tried to get help side, really deny the ball. We had a lot of enthusiasm going into defense as well.
It seems like there's a lot of enthusiasm on the floor and up and down that bench. Is that something Coach talks about too, getting everyone involved even if you're not in the game?
Yeah, that's one of the main things, enthusiasm at all times, no matter if you're on the court playing or on the bench cheering.
And kind of pick up your teammates when they're down, huh? Well, congratulations. Great night shooting, and Community State Bank TribCast Player of the Game.
Thank you.
That's Jared Hain with 16 points tonight, including 3 big threes for the Clopton Hawks. And let's move that the headset down a little bit and talk to Coach Tony Francis. You had some nice words for Jared there in the final moments of that game. It seemed like he did have his confidence up tonight.
And that's I've mentioned this to Coach Cannon, our assistant, and a few other people. To be honest with you, one of the things that I didn't expect to have to do a lot of coming over to the boys' side was coach a lot of confidence. Every guy thinks they're going to go to the league, and they've got that swagger. And I probably spent more time this year as we're establishing a culture of toughness, our identity of accountability, and we're going to run through brick walls for each other. I've had to coach a lot of confidence. And Jared started off in a jamboree at the beginning of the year with a free throw, and he airballed it. And, in fact, he got fouled on a 3, and he missed all 3 free throws. And I told him that experience is going to allow him to do great things, and he's our best free throw shooter on the season now. He's shooting very well. So building that confidence in these guys, we're shaky. We don't know yet what team's going to show up at the beginning of the game, but you hate to play a team, for a third time in a season and on their home court. And Coach Hinkey does a great job. His guys, I feel, are one of the few teams we played this year that give that consistent effort night in, night out. That he does a really good job with them. And
they had the 4-point lead there at halftime, but coming out of the locker room, you guys put a run together. Was that energy something you were happy with coming out of the locker room?
I think so. I told him in the halftime I let Coach Cannon talk quite a bit, and I let the guys talk quite a bit because they have to be accountable for what they're doing. And I told the guys, I said, there's nothing systematically. There's no tweaks we can make on how we're guarding this or running an offense. This is about you and your energy level. Silex had a lot more energy than us in the first half. And I said, guys, you just got to decide, what are you going to do? Your destiny's in your hands. And they did. They came out and with some energy, and we got that run together and kind of built a little confidence off of it.
It was nice to come back in this building. I saw you shaking a lot of hands, meeting a lot of probably former players' children here. It's nice to come back, but it was nice to get a win here too, right?
Yeah, and I never brought this up to my team. It's because my past is my past. That's 17 years ago, and this place gave me a start as a head coach, and I'll forever be grateful. And the 8 years I spent here was pretty darn special. So there are some feelings from me, but these guys, they got a game they've got to play, and it is humbling to come in and you've got former players who say, hey, this is my kid, and I talk to them about you, and they give you hugs. And, these are the same kids giving you hugs that they were probably cussing me out under their breath in practice because I was putting them on the line. But that's teaching, and that's what this is all about. It's about being a great teacher. It's about influencing young lives, and that's why you're in the business.
Well, I'm sure at one point or another you probably looked up tonight, saw your name all over that wall over there, and I'm sure it always brings a smile to your face thinking about the past here.
Yeah, it does, and what brings a smile to my face is seeing and understanding just how special every group that I coached for 8 years, how special they were, and they made me a better coach. I'm going to give all the credit to the kids, to the administration I had here, to the community. It's all for them. They made me look pretty smart.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight, Coach. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
That's Coach Tony Francis here in the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. We'll take a quick break, come back with the final scoring numbers after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant local homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. In Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com. This is the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame, brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out building projects.
Final scoring numbers brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. For the Owls, they scored 9 in the first quarter, 13 in the second quarter, 8 in the third quarter, 19 in the fourth quarter, but still fall by 6 points in this ball game. 2 points for Hank Kinsey tonight, 2 for for Landon Harlan, 3 points for Scott Creech, 5.9 for Brian Hankey, 6 for Tommy Grody, 14 points for Trey Mudd, 17 for Tommy Grody in this ball game. So there's your scoring for Silex. For the Clopton Hawks, they win this one by 6. They had 3 points from Dalton Struce tonight, 3 points for Kenan Watts, 6 points for Zach Evans, 6 for Malik McPike, 16 for our Community State Bank TribCast Player of the Game, Jared Hain, and 17 for Sean Yates. He's the game's leading scorer, tied up there with Tommy Grody of the Owls. So Yates and Grody score 17. Our Player of the Game, 16 points from Jared Hain, including 3 threes and a 4-for-4 night from the free throw line for the Clopton Hawks. Hawks win this one. We'll be back here on Wednesday as the Silex girls and boys host Crossroads. Crossroads, the Current, in here on Wednesday, and the Owls looking for a couple of wins against a team that both of their teams should beat. Coming up on Wednesday, it'll be a 5:15 pregame, 5:30 tip-off for the ladies with the guys to follow here on thepeoplestribune.com. 55-49, our final Clopton over Silex, and we'll see you Wednesday on TribCast. Good night, everybody.